First one. So we are going to, what is the procedure we need to follow? Is this homogeneous or non-homogeneous? So homogeneous or not? If you see that all constant consisting of homogeneous. So what is the first step we said? We have to write the given system as Ax is equal O. So A we are calling as, what we are calling A is nothing but coefficient matrix, and X we are calling as unknowns, and O is representing constants. So A is nothing but, here it is, coefficients of this one. So what about X coefficient? Here it is having 1, and Y coefficient 1. So if you see the total, how many variables in the equations? Total 4 variables. What are those? X, Y, Z, W. Okay, so x, y, z and double. Okay, so here it is having x coefficient 1 and y coefficient 1. Is there any z coefficient? No. So simply what we can write here, it is 0. And next, what about w coefficient? Here it is 1. This is from first equation. And next is coming to second equation. There is no x term, so for that 0. And next, y 1 and z 1 and w 0. Coming to next one, 1 1 1 and 1. So x plus y plus z plus w is equal to 0. And next, fourth equation, x coefficient 1, y coefficient 1 and z coefficient is 2, and there is no double. So for that, this is A. Is it clear? For every equation, first we have to write the coefficient matrix A from the given equations, and x is representing unknowns. It means what we need to calculate. So what we have, x, y, z, double is equal O. So O is nothing but completely constant. So 4 equations having. So this is the first step, if it is a homogeneous one. Okay, now what is the second step? We need to reduce this matrix into echelon form. So we need to convert into echelon form. So echelon form means, first we need to make it these elements as zeros. Of course, already here it is having 0. So for that, we need to make only R3 and R4 has to become 0. So R3 we are taking and R4 we are taking. So R3 and R4, and with the help of R1. R1, R1. So same sign. So for that, minus, minus. And no need to multiply also. Why? Because there it is having 1. Now apply the operations here. So first row we are not doing any changes. Write as it is. And second row as it is. 0, 1, 1, 0. And next, third row. So 1 minus 1, 0. And next here, 1 and 1. So 1 minus 1, 0. And next here it is 1. 1 minus 0 is nothing but 1, and 1 minus 1 again, what will get? 0. Next, coming to this, R4 minus R1, 1 minus 1, 0, and again 1 minus 1, 0, and 2 minus 0 is nothing but 2. So 2 and 0, none, 2 minus 0. And next, 0 minus 1 is nothing but minus 1. So this one we got it. And remaining you can write as it is. Why? Because we are not doing any changes. So simply you can write x, y, z, and next here it is those 4 as it is. 0, 0, 0. Okay. So this is Ax is equal to O. Now is this in echelon form? No. Why? Because here it is having zeros are not in increasing order. Here it is having only 1 0, 2 zeros, and again 2 zeros. So for that next step, what we have to do it? We need to make this element as 0 with the help of R3. So for that, R4, R4, and we are taking the help of R3. But here it is having 2. Here it is having 1. It means you should multiply R3 with 2. And same sign, so for that minus. So which is equivalent to. So simply what we have to write? 1 1 0 1. And next we are not doing any changes on this. So write as this. And next third one also as this. 0 0 1 0. And next one none. So 0. And next 0 0 as this. Now coming to this. R4 is nothing but what? So R4 is, here it is having 2 minus 2. That is also will get 0. And next minus 1. And next remaining as this. X, Y, Z, W is equal 0 0 0. So 0, 0, 0. Now, if you see that, is this an echelon form or not? First row, first element is 1, and next here it is 1 0, 2 zeros, and 3 zeros. Zeros are in increasing order. So, obviously, we have what we require, rank of A is equal. So, R is equal. So, rank of A we are representing row, R also. So, rank is equal to how much? 4. And next, this is second step now. So first step Ax is equal to 4, and second step we need to find the rank of the matrix A. So we found the rank of the matrix 4, and now we need to compare this one with number of unknowns. How many unknowns we have? So how many unknowns we need to find here? 4 unknowns. N is equal 4, right? So it means what we'll get, R is equal N. So rank is equal number of unknowns. What we said, if rank is equal to N, what we said, it is having a trivial solution or zero solution. It means we'll get completely zero. How we'll get zeros? So write on that one as this. What we stopped here, 1 1 0 1, and next 0 1 1 0, and next one 0 0 1 0, and next one triple 0 minus 1, and next unknowns. What we have as this, we are not writing any new way, so just what we have, that one we are writing x y z w, and which is equal 0 0 0 and 0. Now apply matrix multiplication for these two matrices. It means first row column. So what we'll get here, it is 1 into x, 1 into y, and 0 into z, 0, 1 into w, w. Next second equation, this second equation and this column, 0 into x, 0, 1 into y, and next z. And from third one, what we have, only z, and fourth one only minus w. So 0 into x, 0, 0 into y, 0, 1 into z, 0 into w, 0. And next in the same way, last one. Okay, so this is equal 0 and 0, and here 0, and here also 0. By equality of matrices. So by equality of matrices, we are equating that equations. What we'll get from first one, x plus y plus w is equal to 0. From second equation, what we'll get, y plus z is equal to 0, and third one, z is equal to 0, and fourth one, minus w is equal to 0. So minus w is equal to 0 is nothing but, obviously we'll get it as w is equal to 0. Now you can take this equation, y plus z is equal to 0. So y plus, do you know the value of z or not? We already know that z is equal to how much? 0. So for that we are substituting in place of z as 0. Then what we get, y is equal 0. So y is equal to 0, w is equal to 0, z is equal to 0, and next we require the value of x. So for that we are taking first equation, x plus y plus w is equal 0. So y also we know that y is nothing but, here it is having 0, and w also 0. So this is equal to 0. Simply what we got it, x is equal 0. So therefore the solution is capital X is equal, what we chosen, x, y, z, w. That is, simply we can write this one as 0, 0, 0, and 0. This is. So here it is, which solution we got, a trivial solution. And one more thing, can you observe in that, if the number of equations is equal to number of equations is equal to number of unknowns. So number of equations is equal to number of unknowns. How many equations they gave in the problem? 4 equations, right? So how many unknowns they gave? 4 unknowns, right? It means if number of equations is equal to number of unknowns, simply which solution we got it? 0 solution or trivial solution. So can you say that one or not? So this is also one idea for seeing the equation. Just by seeing the equation, which solution we'll get, trivial or non-trivial. So here it is, number of equations. How many equations they gave in the problem? 4 equations. and how many unknowns they give? 4 unknowns. So number of equations is equal to number of unknowns. Then what we can say here? Then trivial solution existed. So just by seeing the equation without finding the solution, we get a idea. Avunamma. So by just by seeing the equations, number of equations 4 and number of unknowns also 4, so both are equal, so we'll get trivial solution just by idea. When you go for competitive exam, simply if they mention which solution, you will get trivial or non-trivial. Without solving, you can write completely it is having trivial solution or zero solution we can write. Okay, is it clear about it? Once again we are revising that, you can listen carefully that. So here it is, these are the given equations. What is the first step? The first step is we have to write the given equations in the form as Ax is equal O, where A we are calling as coefficient matrix, X we are calling as unknown matrix or solution matrix, and O we are calling as constant matrix or zero matrix or null matrix. A we wrote here from the given equations. From the unknowns we have to write x coefficient, y coefficient, and if you observe that the order is x, y, z, w. So there is no z coefficient. So for that we keep it as 0 here, and w coefficient is 1. And now coming to second equation, there is no x and w. So for that in x and w we kept 0, and rest of the elements are 1, 1. And coming to third one, x is 1, y is 1, z is 1, and w is also 1. And next, x1, y1, z2, and w0. So we wrote this matrix. And next, this is first step. And next step, we have to find the rank of the matrix A. So by using the operations, we found the rank of the matrix A by using row operations. It means we are converting into upper triangular. In other words, we can say that. And after that, n is equal to 4 and r is equal, n is equal to 4, number of unknowns. Next, third step is we need to compare rank as well as number of unknowns. Here the rank of the matrix is equal to number of unknowns. It means we have the idea this solution will exist, trivial solution or zero solution. How we have to prove that one? So where we stop with this one, that one we have to take, and next we need to apply matrix multiplication and equality of matrices. We get different equations. By solving those equations, we get the values of x, y, z, and w. So here we got final solution is trivial solution or zero solution. In another words, for remembering that, just by seeing the equations, we can decide whether we'll get trivial or non-trivial. So if the number of equations is equal to number of unknowns, then we can get an idea this system will get a zero solution or trivial solution. Okay, so this is the next problem. Here it is. Determine whether the following equations will have a non-trivial solution. If so, solve them. So 4x plus 2y plus z plus 3w is equal to 0. And next one, 6x plus 3y plus 4z plus 7w is equal to 0. Next one, 2x plus y plus w is equal to 0. So once again, repeating the question, determine whether the following equations will have a non-trivial solution. If so, solve them. So here it is, they are only mentioning clearly non-trivial అని మెన్షన్ చేయట్లేదు. సో అయితే సాల్వ్ చేయమంటున్నాడు. ఓకే, సో హియర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ we need to check whether it is trivial or non-trivial. So if you have idea already, so how many equations here it is? We have only 3 equations, but how many unknowns? 4 unknowns. Okay, so 3 equations they give, but unknowns are 4. See that what we'll get, trivial or non-trivial. So already by seeing the previous problem, we get an idea. If number of equations is equal number of unknowns, then it is having trivial, we got it. Now we will see that. Go through the stepwise. So the given equations are homogeneous equations, and the first step is we have to write Ax is equal to O. And next immediately we have to write A coefficient matrix. X coefficient is 4 from the first equation, and y coefficient is 2, z coefficient is 1, and w coefficient is 3. And coming to second equation, x coefficient is 6, y coefficient is 3, and z coefficient is 4, and w coefficient is 7. Coming to third equation, x coefficient is 2, y coefficient is 1. Is there any z coefficient? No. So please take care of that. So 0, and w coefficient is 1. And x is nothing but what we have unknowns, x, y, z, w. And unknowns are here null matrix, that is nothing but 0, 0, 0. So 3 equations only, no? 0. Okay. Now this is first step. And next coming to second step, we need to convert this one into echelon form. So for converting into echelon form, if you want, you can directly do it. Okay. So that is nothing but simply what we can do it. First, we need to make these elements as zeros, right? These elements as zeros. So for that, if you want, you can interchange. So for minimizing that, so I am interchanging R1 interchanges to R3. Or directly also you can do it, nothing will wrong. So R1 interchanges to R3. So R1 is nothing but, R3 is nothing but 2, 1, 0, 1. And here it is having R2, we are not doing any changes, right, as 6, 3, 4, 7. And next this is 4, 2, 1, 3. So this is X, Y, Z, W is equal 0, 0, 0. This is just I interchange. Now I need to make these two elements as zeros with the help of R1. So for that, simply what we can do it, R2 I am going to change, and R3 also I am going to change. So here it is, R2 I am taking with the help of R1, and R3 also I am taking with the help of R1. So R2 is first element of how much we have? 6. But here it is having 2. For make it this element as 0, this element also must be 6. So with which number I should multiply for getting 6? I need to multiply R1 with 3. So I should multiply R1 with 3. Okay. So then here it is having same sign. So both are having that. So minus. Suppose if you don't know that. Okay. You don't know. With the number I need to multiply. Opposite you can take. So opposite in the sense you need to multiply R2 with 2 and R1 with 6. Okay. Nothing will wrong. Okay. But calculations may be little bit bigger. And next coming to this R3 R1. So here it is having 4 and here it is having 2. Then simply what we can multiply with R1, 2 we should multiply and minus. So which is equivalent to what we'll get. So R1 we didn't apply any changes. So 2, 1, 0, 1. And coming to R2. So 6 minus 6, that is nothing but 0. And next coming to this. R2 is 3 and here it is we are multiplying with 3. 3 minus 3. What we are getting? 0. Next one. R2 is 4 and there it is having 0. So 4. R2 is 7 minus 3 is nothing but again we'll get 7 minus 3, 4. So next coming to this 4 minus 4, 0. And next this is 2 minus 2, this is also 0. And next here it is having 1. And next if you see that R3 is 3 and this is minus 2, 1. So this one. And remaining you can write as this X, Y, Z, W. So X, Y, Z, W is equal. So this is 0, 0, 0. Is this in echelon form? No. So simply what we can do it? So we can make it this element also 0. Okay. So for that what we can do it here, R3 we are going to make it as 0 with the help of R2. So R3 and R2. And here it is having 1 and here it is having 4. So simply what we can do it? We can multiply R3 with 4. or if you want you can divide with 4 and then you can solve. So 4r3 minus r2, so this is equivalent to 2 1 0 1. And next here it is having 0 0 4 4, we are not doing any changes. And 4r3, here it is having zeros, obviously 0 0. And if you see that here it is 4 into 1 4, 4 minus 4 0, and 4 minus 4 0. So x y z w is equal to 0. So x y z w, and this is completely 0 0 0. Okay, so this is. Now, is this in echelon form or not? So echelon form or upper triangular none. So you may get doubt here it is having no, don't we have one? No. So either it may be one, or if you don't have one, okay, no problem, here it is. Okay, so if you want you can do it one also. How we'll get? So just simply we can divide with 1, r1 with 2, and r2 with 4. Just we are dividing. Then simply it is equivalent to what we'll get here it is 1, and here it is we'll get it as 1 by 2, 0, 1 by 2. Okay. Next here it is having 0, 0, 1, 1. And next complete one zeros. And now, so this is remaining as is we are writing x, y, z, w. And next here it is having this is equal 0, 0, 0. And now if you see that, now is this in echelon form or not? Zeros are increasing order, and this is in 1, 1 by 2, 0, 1 by 2. Okay. Now, so what about rank? So rank R is equal number of non-zero rows. How many non-zero rows in that? 2 non-zero rows. This is one non-zero row and this is another non-zero row. But number of unknowns, how many unknowns we have? 4, right? So x, y, z, w. So number of unknowns are 4. So r is equal to 2 and n is equal to 4. So is this equal? No. So it is simply what we'll say that r is equal to 2 is less than 4. So yeah. So r less than n means obviously the solution will get non-trivial solution. It means independent solutions we have to choose. Okay. So here it is. First what we have to calculate independent solutions n minus r. So n is nothing but how much? 4. And r is nothing but 2. So 4 minus 2 is equal 2. This is. So two independent solutions we have to choose here. Okay. So how many independent solutions we have to choose? Two independent solutions we have to choose. Okay. So first you can write the equations and then we can solve. So by using matrix multiplication, what we'll get? This one. Here it is 1 into x is nothing but x, and next 1 into y by t is nothing but 1 by 2 y, and next 0 into anything 0, and 1 by 2 double. Next one on 0 into x 0, 0 into y 0, 1 into z is nothing but z, and 1 into double is nothing but double. So and remaining this is 0. So for that completely you can write 0. So here it is 0, 0, 0. So here it is total 3 we got it. Here it is first we can write x plus 1 by 2y plus 1 by 2 double is equal to 0. And next one z plus double is equal to 0. So like this I got two equations. I am giving the names for this one as first equation and second equation. Okay, now we require the solutions, right? So for getting the solutions, what we have to do it here. So already we got it here, two independent solutions we have to choose. Okay, so two independent solutions means we have, I'm going to choose here it is having z is equal k1 and y is equal k2. So this one I am choosing. So two independent solutions means with our own. We don't know those values. So for that we are taking assumption as k1 z and k2 as y. Now if you take second equation, so what about second equation? Z plus double is equal to 0. So z is equal to already I chosen k1. So plus k double is equal to 0. So that is nothing but take that k1 into right hand side, then it changes to minus k1. So it means double is equal to minus k1 and z is equal to k1 and y is equal to k. but I require the value of x. So for that, take first equation, x plus 1 by 2 into y plus 1 by 2 into w is equal to 0. So this is, and already I know these values. So x plus 1 by 2 into y is nothing but what I chosen, k2, and next 1 by 2 into double is nothing but what I got it, minus k1. So this is equal to 0. So but I require x value. So for that, keeping x left side and remaining right side. So what I will get, minus 1 by 2 k2. Why? Because here it is having plus sign. When it comes to right hand side, it changes to minus. And here it is plus 1 by 2 k1. 1 by 2 k1. So in these two terms, if you see that 1 by 2 is the common one, so take that one as common. Simply what we'll get, k1 minus k2. This is x. So x we got it as 1 by 2 into k1 minus k2. And therefore x is equal, here it is simply what we can write, x, y, z and double. So here it is, x is nothing but what we got it. So 1 by 2 into k1 minus k2. So this is, and next y is nothing but what we got it here, what we chosen, k2. And next z, if we chosen k1, and w what we got it, minus k1. So this is, so if you want you can write this one as two solutions. We said no. So here it is, first we can take k1, we can take common. So if you take common, here it is, what about k coefficient in first one, 1 by 2. Is there any k1 here? No. So for that 0. And next here it is k1, yes, 1, and here also k1, so minus 1 plus k2 into, so this is simply we are splitting into that, k2 into, here it is minus 1 by 2, and k2 is 1, and in third one there is no k2 term, 0, and this is also 0. So where k1 and k2 are arbitrary, it means we'll get infinite solutions. Okay, so this is the final solution for this one. Okay.